What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is crazy. We're on the 9th month. We are almost there. It's insane. Time just flies. After that 5th month, really, time has just been flying by. But as always, I'm going to go over my hair and I'm going to go over a recap of what I've been doing to my hair and everything that's been going on to 0 to 9 months. So stay tuned for that info. It seems like every month I complain about something, the next month it just doesn't happen as much, or it's just not even there anymore. Last month I was talking about my hair was shedding crazy. Like anytime I got out of the shower or anytime I styled my hair, it would be hairs everywhere, from the floor, the sink, the tub. A week after that video, my hair just stopped shedding as much. It still sheds enough where it's noticeable. It doesn't shed nearly as much as that period from like the beginning of November. It was shedding crazy. I do think this is because of two factors. The first factor is the cold weather. It's 40 degrees outside, the wind chill is going crazy. It's normal for you to shed during the winter periods because it's just cold outside, you shed. But beforehand, I didn't really care about my hair. I didn't really take care of it, like especially in like my teen, the early 20 years. Really didn't take care of my hair like that. But now that I'm more cautious and more careful with my hair, I notice a lot more things, and shedding is one of them. The other factor is Finasteride. Now, Finasteride is the medicine that I'm using to retain my hair so it doesn't continue to shed. However, the caveat to Finasteride is once you get to that year to almost 2 years, you have a big shed during that period. Now, from what I was reading online, they was talking about they were damn near bald again. My shedding was not that bad, but it was still noticeable enough to be like, what is going on? Because I'm like shedding crazy, like hairs were everywhere. So I think combine that with cold weather, the Finasteride shedding, and then the cold weather, it could have been the reason why my hair was shedding so much. Don't really know. It's not shedding as much anymore, so I'm happy with that. I just know like my hair is fine. It hasn't been to the point where like I have clumps of hair falling out. It's perfectly fine. It's normal to shed during this time, so I'm not going to stress about it too much anymore. All right, so here's the hair. I'm still taking Finasteride and Minoxidil every day at night. I got a hair routine going to make sure my hair is healthy and strong. And I'm eating better, a lot better now, because I'm trying to get my weight up because I'm trying to travel all 2024 and do stuff. Go outside again now that I got hair now, so watch out because I'm coming. But you see here how like you can see how little density it is really when it's like this, because if you do it from like the side, you can see like you don't have that like shining through, but here you have like that pierce through. It don't look that bad when it's like this or when it's like that, but at a certain angle, which nobody's going to see me really from this angle, this is like a weird angle to show it, but it just shows like even though it looks really packed in, dense, and covered, it's not as much. It's just the way my hair curls, because I only got 1,600 grafts. So it's the way my hair curls to make it look so dense. So last month, I also talked about like the little flyaways, like little stringy hairs that would just be sticking up. As you can see now, my hair is much more curly and tighter. That's because I'm using this currently, Miss Jessie's Soft Pillow Curls. I was using this, the Miels. This is still a really good curl cream, but it doesn't have like enough definition. So that's why I had those little flyaways going everywhere, because the curls wasn't being defined enough. So this helps with that. This is like a much softer curl, like a much more, it's still curls, but it's like much more fluffy and looser. While this is something I use when I want to get like really, really tight to the scalp curls. Like it actually like curls all the way to my scalp. So it just depends on which ones you want to really use. This one is just not as defined as what I would like when it comes to my curls, because that's when I had all the flyaways and I didn't like that. So this is what I'm using currently. This is what my hair is on right now. So this is what makes my hair look the way it's looking now, where it's like a little fluffy. It's still like a bushy, but it's curled up. That's what I'm using this for. Since we are in the final stretch of that 9 to 12 months to my full year of having this hair transplant, I wanted to go over a recap of what I was going through from 0 to 9 and show like where my head was at, what I was thinking. So this is month 0. I was sad, miserable. This is a time where I didn't know if I was going to really get a hair transplant, but this is like, at this moment, this was like, yeah, I'm going to get it. Looking back at it, I did not know it was that bad. Like looking at it now, it looks terrible compared to where I am now. Like I did not know, living in it, it didn't feel like it was this bad, but that is terrible. You see this picture, that is terrible. Why am I 25 looking like my grandchildren having grandchildren? It's insane. But I'm happy now because golly. The first month is when I started doing like a little bit of YouTube. I was just gonna like do maybe like just little recaps here and there until like things just started picking up. But this is like where it looks like in the first month, the second month, and then the third month is when things started to pick up. I started to be a little bit more optimistic. 3 to 6 months, this was the period where I was a bit skeptical. I'm like, it's working, but it's not as good as I want it to be. And I didn't know if I was kind of like picking decisions that I made, like maybe I should have did this, maybe I should have did that. If I did this differently, then what would my hair look like? That was that period of like, dang, I really wish I would have did certain things differently. In hindsight, like that's too early to tell, because that 6-month period is when things start really, actually that 5-month period is when my hair just started kicking up and going crazy and the growth was insane. But this is a time where I was a bit skeptical. That 4 to 5 month, I started getting a little bit more involved. I wasn't cutting my hair as much. I was trying to not cut my hair, and I got to a point where I was like, okay, this is starting to kick up. I'm seeing the hairs grow. I want it to be where I want it to be now, though, because people were telling me 6 months is where it pops off at. I'm like, I'm not seeing it, but it was just timing. It just needed some time. And this was the period where I wasn't as stressed out anymore, because I had a new crib, I had a new job, I had a baller hair routine. This is when I started doing the deep conditioning stuff. So I was like getting to a point now where I really knew how to take care of my hair and do better when it comes to it. So that 6-month time frame is when things just started really kicking up and my hair started flourishing. 6 to 9 months. This time right here.
I don't want peace. I want problems always.
This period right here, man. This was the time I realized that I made one of the best decisions I have ever made in life. This is when my hair was starting to flourish. It started to look good. I started regaining that confidence to be me again. Like, I was taking pictures, I was going outside, I was having fun, I was talking to people, things that I haven't done in so long. I finally got to do those things again because I was so confident in the way I looked. Now going on to 6, 7 months in, I was at a period where I was like, this is it. Like, I think this is where my hair is going to be at, and if it does stop right here, I'm comfortable with it. I'm okay with it. 8 to 9 months, it's still a little bit of growth here and there. I do see like still some thinning spots and some thinning areas, but it's so solid enough that I really don't give a damn about it, because it's hair now. Like, my hair is here. I have hair now. Going from where I was at month 0 to now, it is insane to see how much my hair has grown. So the one thing I do beat myself up about is not getting more grafts. So at Bosley, I got 1,600 grafts for $12,000. Yes.
That shit hurting.
But I've been saving since I got out of college. So I've been saving for 3 years, and I had the funds, but even though I did have the funds, it was a hit. It still hurts to this day. I'm still trying to regain that money back into my savings. But I do talk about my 5 things I wish I knew before getting a hair transplant video, of how you can get great results for much cheaper price at different places. You just want to weigh your options as much as you can. Don't just do what everybody else is doing. Definitely just do your research and make sure you know what you're getting into. So I ended up getting around 1,700 grafts at Bosley. They have the price for certain grafts over the amount, something like that. I can't remember the exact details. I have it in one of my videos to go over what exactly happened. But even though I got good coverage and okay density, I still have a lot of light spots, and I still have a bit thinning areas. Like, if you see right here, it's like a little thin patch right here that's like on my hairline, which is fine. It's not too noticeable. It looks natural. It still looks natural, but it is something that I've noticed. I was a Norwood 3 going into a Norwood 4, and I didn't get any grafts placed onto my crown, so all that filling in of the crown is just from Minoxidil and Finasteride. Again, I really wish I would have stuck to my gut and got the 2,400 grafts for $18K, I believe it was at the time. But I didn't want to pay too much, and I wanted to get a good amount of grafts for as cheap as possible at Bosley. It was just a sacrifice that I took. In hindsight, it's okay. I'm really okay with what I have now, but it's one of those things like, dang, I really wish I would have had more grafts. Then I wouldn't have to think about going back for another hair transplant like I'm doing now. Still in that process of, do I do it? Do I not? I'm going to see where I'm at in 12 months and then make that decision. But right now, I think I'm good. But that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. 2023 is over. 2024 is coming soon. I hope all the growth that you've had in 2023, you're bringing it over to 2024 for more growth, more prosperity, more love, more excitement, more life. If you're on the cusp of getting that hair transplant, man, do it. Do your research, get the money up, take that drive, take that flight. whatever you have to do to get your hair back, man, do it, because again, this is the best decision I've made in my life, and I would say that to the end of time, because the way my life and my trajectory has changed because of it, I can't explain how grateful I am for it. So happy holidays, y'all. Again, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. I hope y'all have a great 2024. I hope y'all had an amazing 2023. All right, peace.